A grainy video with a sinister soundtrack. This footage shows the raid on Al Jazeera's hotel room in late December. It's been broadcast on national TV. There's a glimpse of Peter Greste.
Then find someone who can interpret for me.
Then the interrogation begins. His producer, Mohammed Fahmy, trying to explain they were just doing their jobs. But with their colleague, Beher Mohammed, in the centre, they've been branded the Marriott terror cell and accused of aiding the now banned Muslim Brotherhood. Al Jazeera is owned by the government of Qatar, which backs the Brotherhood, but the channel denies allegations of bias. Egypt says its journalists broke the law by working without press passes.
Seeing him in those prison whites was a shock, yeah.
Peter Greste's brother, Andrew, has just visited him in jail. He's travelled from Australia to support him at the trial. He says the charges are ludicrous.
If it wasn't so serious, it'd be laughable, because he's a veteran journalist of more than 25 years. He's award-winning. He prides himself on his high journalistic credentials.
But Peter and his team are now inmates in the Torah prison complex, a fortress with a reputation for brutality. Well, we can't film openly here because of the security presence in the area. We know that behind these walls, the three men are now sharing a cell. They're being allowed out to exercise for only an hour a day. Many believe that their imprisonment is a message to all journalists in Egypt. If you don't stick to the government line, you can wind up behind bars. Abdullah El-Shami has been held for 6 months without charge. The reporter with Al Jazeera's Arabic channel is now on hunger strike. His brother Musab is a photographer who says journalists are living in fear. His images captured the hope of the revolution and the return of repression. Lately, he's taking fewer pictures because of the risk of being jailed.
It is my biggest fear, to be arrested, because I know that it's going to take months, if not years, before going out. And we've seen how journalists in Egypt have been detained for the most absurd reasons, and they continue to spend their, months of their lives. And a day in prison is really like no other day.
Peter Greste and his colleagues now face a day in court. He says their only offence here was to cover all sides of the story. Critics say in today's Egypt that's tantamount to a crime. Orla Guerin, BBC News, Cairo.